What if you crossed your car on a dark rural road, spoke to a witness, refused help, and then, within minutes, vanished into thin air? No screams, no footprints, no confirmed sightings. To this day, no one knows where Maura Murray went. In February 2004, a 21-year-old college student disappeared after a single car crash in New Hampshire. What followed was a trail of contradictions, missed opportunities, and investigative decisions that still divide the internet nearly 2 decades later. Was this a tragic accident, a voluntary disappearance, or did something far darker happen in those silent minutes before police arrived? Stay with me, because what investigators uncovered next only raised more questions than answers. Maura Murray was a nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. By all accounts, she was intelligent, athletic, and driven. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. In the days before she vanished, Maura had been under intense pressure. Academic stress, legal trouble from a credit card incident, and a recent emotional breakdown at work that left her visibly shaken. Then came the emails. Maura told her professors she was leaving campus due to a family emergency, but there was no emergency. Instead, she packed her car, withdrew cash, and headed north, alone. The question investigators still ask is chillingly simple. What was Maura running from, or running toward? On the night of February 9, 2004, Maura's car slid off Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire, a quiet, wooded stretch of road. A local bus driver stopped to help. Maura appeared shaken but not injured. She refused assistance. She asked him not to call the police. But he did anyway. When police arrived roughly 7 to 10 minutes later, Maura was gone. Her car was locked. Her belongings were still inside. There were no footprints in the snow leading away from the scene. It was as if she vanished between heartbeats. And that narrow window of time would become the most haunting detail of the entire case. Authorities immediately began searching the surrounding woods. Tracking dogs picked up Maura's scent and followed it down the road before stopping abruptly in the middle of the pavement. Some believe that means she got into another vehicle. But whose? A good Samaritan, someone she knew, or someone with darker intentions who happened to be passing through? Despite extensive searches, helicopters, and volunteers, no trace of Maura Murray was ever found. And as days turned into weeks, hope began to fade. If you're drawn to cases that refuse to be forgotten, stories that still haunt investigators and families alike, consider subscribing to Casefile Commentary TV and turning on notifications, because some mysteries don't want to stay buried. Over the years, theories have exploded online. Some believe Maura intentionally disappeared to start a new life. Others argue she panicked, fled into the woods, and succumbed to the elements, her body still hidden somewhere nearby. But critics point to the lack of footprints, the abrupt scent trail, and the possibility of an opportunistic predator. Then there are whispers of investigative failures, missed leads, delayed searches, and crucial evidence lost to time. Each theory feels possible, and that's what makes this case so disturbing. Because no explanation fully fits. For Maura's family, the pain never ended. Her father, Fred Murray, has spent years fighting for answers, challenging official narratives, and pushing for renewed investigations. To live without closure, without knowing whether your daughter is alive or dead, is a form of torture that never stops. And every February, the same question returns. What really happened to Maura Murray that night? Somewhere between that crash site and the darkness beyond it, the truth still waits. Maybe it's buried beneath the snow. Maybe it's locked inside someone's memory. Or maybe it's a reminder that sometimes people can disappear, not with a sound, but with a silence so loud it echoes for decades. Until the truth is found, Maura Murray remains missing. And this case is far from closed. This is Casefile Commentary TV.